we teach with all these rules and say that, okay, you have to come disciplined, you have to have good character, you have to wash, you have to be clean, you have to all these things. Why? Because we have the teachings of the jinn. The jinn and spiritual beings, they're only wave. God didn't create them as a particle, they're created as an energy. As a result they exist as a wave energy. As a result people don't see them. So if the spiritual practice are not based on disciplines and cleanliness and having an authorized guide of a wave reality, what happens? Many sort of new age people think if they just close their eyes and open their heart, what comes? These nefarious beings. That's why they don't teach about those beings in these countries. They don't want to be taught, they don't want people to know about jinns. They only say, oh this is a demon and this is a fallen angel. No, no, an angel is an angel but the jinn are the jinn and they're 10 times our population. And if you open yourself up, the jinn comes and begin to make the person feel they're seeing things, feeling things, because he's giving his wave reality to that person. And they feel that they've achieved things, they can talk about things, they can see things, but no, that's not the system. And that's why they say, okay, you have to have the ta'weez, you have to have the love of Prophet because the jinn are not going to do that. You have to have a guide that sees, and then when you make your madad and you make your connection, the guide is there to be spiritually present with you. So these nefarious beings, they operate as a wave. And that's how we described, how do they become powerful? How are these elites so powerful? Because they don't play by the rules. For the shaykhs to bring an elite, how difficult is that? To get them out of their palace, bring them down and come and say, now come sit here and learn realities? No. But how shaitan does that? How do the nefarious jinn do that? They just enter the guy's house. Nobody can see him, he enters into that person, they're probably not clean, they don't wear protection, and immediately overtakes the person. All his desires, takes over his company, takes over his checks, takes over his entire life. And then they're sitting in the head of all these corporations. And then people say, oh I see their eyes, something's in their eyes. Yeah, because the nefarious being has entered into them and the eyes of the jinn are like a cat, not like our eyes. So yeah, they don't play by the rules and very easy for them to possess people and then oppress people.